Wow. Harry Kane. Harold. Harold. What a showing. That's a legacy booster right there. You know, for a long time, as good as Harry Kane has been for England, you could always argue that Harry Kane in the big moments when his team needs him hasn't shown up. Right? You talk about, this year, this season in the UCL versus PSG for Bayern. He got a last minute goal, but it was too little too late. You could talk about last World Cup versus France, misses his second penalty, and France advance and England are knocked out. Tottenham, basically Tottenham his whole career, right? So I don't even have to say more than just Tottenham, unfortunately for them. But man, I'll tell you what, he's been showing up in this tournament and he shows up again today for Congo. Wow, that second goal in particular, that is just world class stuff. You have to give credit where credit is due. That is world class stuff. Shout out to Harry Kane, man. Basically dragging England to the round of 16. Although to be fair, this goalie from Congo, absolutely insane. Mpasi. This guy is the backup at Le Havre, by the way. And that's because he's behind Senegal's Mori Diaw, and Mori Diaw is, by the way, a cracked goalie. I'll be honest. If you're a PSG fan, you know this guy made 10 saves against us once. Back when we had, Mbappe, Kolomwani, Dembele all started that game. Hakimi. I think we started like 4 or 5 attackers that game, and he made 10 saves. He was incredible. And Posse's behind that guy. But man, and Posse, shout out to him because his stock is up. A, B, he's probably going to get a big move, or hopefully he gets a move to where he's a starting goalkeeper. Because wow, what a performance! He kept his country in it till the end. But yeah, England overall, look, they're my winners to win this tournament, and that's because this team is just so resilient, so perseverant. Look, you suffer that goal early on. Jed Spence, not a great game. I mean, it's tough. I can't hold him completely liable for that goal because he's tucking in and he's covering the run, and there's no one else covering him. So he has to just, gamble on that. That's just good football by Congo and a great goal by Chipanga. But man, after that, this England team, they were on it. They were on it, man. Unfortunately, man, Nonu Madueke makes a great dribble, but Marcus Rashford, again, in Posse's there, or actually Wan Bissaka blocked that. Marcus Rashford had a great opportunity blocked by Wan Bissaka. I think Harry Kane had an opportunity blocked by Posse, and Posse made quite a few saves. Jude Bellingham had a great header opportunity, unfortunately blocked by Posse. And man, talk about opportunities. Congo, DR Congo, by the way. Yohan Wissa had an opportunity to put up Congo 2-0. 2-0 in that first half, I think right before the half ended. And that could have switched the whole complexion of this game. We might not even be talking about England still being here. But the post is a post, and you got to finish those if you're Yohan Wissa. And Layman, you know what I say? Convert your chances or they'll convert you. And speaking of converting chances, I think one thing I'm starting to see with a lot of the losing sides here, and especially unfortunately, it's been happening and it's a trend with all of the African teams, is they're up early, but they're not killing off the game, or they're in, positions to win the game and they're not taking them. You look at Ivory Coast, you look at obviously Congo, and then even earlier today, Senegal up 2-0. They couldn't close out the game either. So that's one thing I think that's really gonna be the major blocking point for teams like Congo. And it's not just African teams, but just nascent teams that are, they've got the talent, but do they have the know-how? Do they have the experience, the intangibles? That's the little things, right? To close out a game like that, to not, to take care of your chances, to convert the chances when you're up. That's what it's gonna take to get to the next level. Unfortunately for Congo, they didn't do that today, and now they're out of the tournament. But it was a great showing. Great showing versus Colombia, obviously versus Portugal and Uzbekistan. Man, what a showing for Congo, genuinely. They can be very proud of their journey. For England, onwards and onwards, eh? you know? I don't think that's a saying, but we're moving onwards, is what I'm trying to say. And for England, it's not been, perfect sailing. It's not been smooth sailing. But that's what I love about this team, man, and why I think they'll win it in the end. Because they have enough attacking quality, but they're also robust. And I think another thing that I'm seeing, especially in this game now, is Tuchel's adding some versatility to this team, right? Rice is playing right back now, and now that that's an option, all of a sudden it's a whole different look to this English side, right? It makes you so much more dangerous, so much more unpredictable. Look, I know a lot of people like to hate on Rashford and Madueke, but look, I think they're good enough to take England all the way to the final. I'm so serious. I think this team is just very good and hard to beat. And I really think it's going to be a tough time for any of the big teams to beat this team. France obviously look incredible. They look like they're heading straight for the trophy. And I could see France winning, obviously, in a final between these two teams. But I think this English side, people are overlooking them somehow, even though they have, some of the best players, right? And they have top players in every position. So for me, look, if England doesn't win it, it's whatever. But I really do believe they have enough to win it, man. And I think English supporters should feel that way too. Because when Harry Kane's moving like this, no one can stop that. I don't care if you're Upamecano. I don't care if you're Marquinhos. I don't care who you are, Gabriel. I'm thinking of all the big center backs in the tournament. Romero, they're not stopping that, man. They're not. It's unstoppable. He's unstoppable right now. You honestly, I mean, you're looking at the numbers. Harry Kane, I think, is on 72 GA right now, or 72 goals, or something like that. He basically he's on a massive amount of goals, the second most ever, right, behind Messi. This guy's probably the Ballon d'Or winner, which is crazy to say because, for all your career, no one really thought of Harry Kane as that kind of guy. Like, he was always a top striker, but I don't know if everyone ever said, oh man, this guy's Ballon d'Or. This guy's Ballon. Like, I never really put him in those conversations, but he's having a Ballon d'Or season. Obviously, it depends if he wins the World Cup, but I think there's something to be said about Harry Kane being the front runner for the Ballon d'Or. Kane, Mbappe, Elise Dembele, right? If it was not a World Cup year, Kvara would be in there. And I guess if Messi wins it, you kind of have to put him in there just based off of the consistency in terms of what the Ballon d'Or has been, right? With the World Cup winner always being in the conversation. So, no, I don't think Messi's going to win the Ballon d'Or, but I'm just saying, like, this is a level for Harry Kane. And look, if he keeps playing like this, if he shows up, England can go as far as they want. We got to watch out, man. I'm telling y'all, watch out for England. This team is for real. And I truly believe this trophy is coming home. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Ollie Footy. You guys know you can follow, like, and subscribe. Hit all my links down in the description. And yeah, man, cannot wait for tomorrow. Portugal and Croatia. Ronaldo. I think Ronaldo's going home tomorrow. You guys let me know. Let me know in the comments, man. I really think Ronaldo's going home tomorrow. And one thing for me is if Ronaldo goes home, does he keep going for the 1,000 goals? Or is that it? Is that it? Does he retire? I mean, he's so close. I think he's only like 20 to 30 goals away. So anything can happen, man. We'll see, though. I'm really excited. Man, this World Cup has been absolutely excellent. Make sure you guys also watch all of my previous World Cup recap videos. I got the playlist down linked here. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Ollie Footy. Until next time, we out.